intensity here tonight. What's been the difference?
Well, we just can't allow them to stay around close. You know, last night we had a letdown. Tonight we got to do a better job of getting down, standing our ground, playing defense, and taking advantage of this game.
Tyson, thank you for...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Jeff Green. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Covington in at 2-guard. John Lure's out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Len in at the 5 spot. Aldrich, no good.
It's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Knight against Rivers, and Lure gets it to go.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And boy, that was a tough one.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Griffin, he dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon, and he had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA, and I would say of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you know, you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career.
Sure.
Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey, but you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career, and also for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game. If you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
Suns trail by 15. Up top, Knight. He's guarded by Rivers. And a wide open look for Freak. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. And it's 8 points for Freak. LA has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here.
Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
Len with the block. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Len, a screen. Knight, that's a two-pointer. Here's Lure, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Left side, Griffin. He dishes it to Rivers. The tray. And released it in time, but it's...
Attention, Staples Center. Please give a big round of applause for yours.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show.
No doubt, see my stats are fat. This is what it's about. Before the
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got Jordan. Griffin is out there with Cole Aldrich. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Paul in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And
Thanks, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Blake Griffin. The entire second half was just phenomenal. You could see there was no way he was going to let them lose. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
Is there anyone in the NBA who's more
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.
Yo, freak, what's up, baby? What's up? What's up? We see you.
I never had this feeling with any other woman in my life. And she gave me
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar. Nunca no mesmo lugar, seja sozinho ou dois. O resto eu vejo depois. Mas só
This season hasn't gone the way we planned. But tonight, we've got an opportunity to affect the playoff race. These guys need the win, and we're standing in their way. So this game means something. And I intend to go out there and show them everything I got. Spoiler alert.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. Guys, looking at Sacramento, they took the win in their last game against the... In for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Quincy Acey. McLemore's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Covington in at shooting guard. Chandler out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Warren in at the three, the small forward. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Kings.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Now here's McLemore, covered by Covington. Cauley-Stein kicks to Caspi. Here's Collison. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
Steps back and shoots. Knight grabs the board. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, when George Karl and I were able to chat a moment ago, he told me that they'll have their work cut out for them looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
Thanks again, Doris. Inside to stop the run. McLemore, no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Kufis kicks to McLemore. Feeds it to Collison. Fires for 3, and he gets it to go. Collison's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Knight passes to Covington. Stolen by Collison. And now Sacramento on the break. In the corner, it's McLemore. Fires the 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Collison against Knight. It's taken away by Collison. Here's Caspi, and that one goes long. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Kings lead by 4. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing.
Don't you need a player like this, Chandler? It's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Suns trail by 6. On the court for the Suns, Covington, he's in at shooting guard. Warren is out there with Mirza Teletovic. And it's Chandler, and it's Knight in the point. Here's Covington. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Rebounded by Collison. A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some